Hey guys, Pretzelman945 here. Welcome back to another video. Today I am doing a video of my favorite moment from every One Piece arc. There's a lot of these, so I'm just gonna get straight to it. Uh, Also, this is my first time trying to use OBS fully face cam, so I want to see how it goes. I did some short test runs I deleted after, and they seemed like they went fine. I suppose we're gonna see. In Romance Dawn, that is Shanks giving the hat to Luffy. And I feel like this is pretty self-explanatory just because of how impactful it is for the series overall, what it means to Luffy as a character, how it defines Shanks wanting to preserve the next generation. Uh, it's honestly it's iconic. That's why it's the best. Um, in Orange Town, I had a little bit of trouble thinking of one. I eventually decided on Shoo Shoo the dog protecting the store because this was like one of those first moments that made me think oh man, One Piece can be a little bit darker than I thought. And it was just kind of like a nice moment. Um, See, village, I said Usopp saying goodbye because for me, it's like the little kids that he played pirates with, and that's because mostly because of how important they are and what they represent about his character overall. Um, and also, kids were something I was really hoping to be included in the Sierra Village portion of live action, but man. Yeah, I like this one because of just how impactful it feels to Usopp and how much more human of a character it makes him feel like, honestly. Um, In Maraudie, it's Zoro versus Mihawk easily. It's just like one of Zoro's most iconic moments in the entire show. Um, and his just promise to Luffy and everything about it, like Mihawk telling him to come back and challenge him again, like everything about that was just hype. It was just emotional. It was just impactful. It was just great because Zoro's the best One Piece character. Arlong Park, the Nami moment, I'm not going to explain any more on that. It's just a fantastically executed moment. At Longtown, I could have gone with a couple different things here. I chose Luffy at the execution stand, because when I was thinking about it, that was something that I remember sticking out a lot in my mind when I was watching Logtown for the first time, and that scene was is something that I I I I quite enjoyed a lot because it was something that just kind of like you don't realize until a lot later how important that is in terms of the parallels between Roger and Luffy as characters and their wills. And I think that moment is the first really great example of that. At Reverse Mountain, I chose the Promise of Dreams on the barrel, where they all the Straw Hats put their foot on the barrel and announce their dreams or whatever as they're heading up the mountain. I think this is a great moment because of just how important it is at establishing the connection that's built up between the crew at this point. And I kind of wish there was another one of those. There was more of those at different points in the story, which I think would really even post time skip where the crew connectivity isn't as much of a focus as pre time skip. I think having moments like that would kind of help a lot, but you know, it's whatever, I guess. Whiskey Peak, I just chose Zoro defeating the bounty hunters because that's kind of hype. Um, Little Garden, I chose the Giants, like them leaving Little Garden through the giant fish, being whacked by the Giants, because I think that moment kind of epitomized the kind of wackier, more fantastical nature of Little Garden, and I enjoyed it. Drum Island, Heroic Speech, because it's so incredibly meaningful to the One Piece story, but also just real life as well. Um, I love that moment. Oh, and I should mention, especially when I'm talking about Alabasta upcoming here, but like when I pick these moments, obviously there are moments in here, like overall One Piece moments that I like better. But for some of these, I chose another moment within the arc that I think overall elevates the arc as a whole, and that's why it's my favorite moment within that arc. So the moments I choose within these arcs aren't necessarily going to be like the same as my favorite One Piece moments list, for instance. I just want to make that clear. Because in Alabasta, that's where it's gonna differ because it's not the Vivi goodbye. Despite the fact that that's like top 10 One Piece moments for me. Like my favorite in Alabasta as an arc is indisputably the like after Crocodile has been defeated and Vivi's cries finally make it through to people and all the fighting stops and then the rain falls. Um that moment would just is what makes Alabasta one of my favorite arcs because it feels like this like amazing conclusion to just so much build up, and I freaking love it. Um, Jaya, it's Blackbeard's speech about dreams, no question. Um, I'm sure some people would say the Bellamy Punch, and I gotta say, Bellamy Punch was pretty great, honestly. I love that. But for me, this moment was especially great because, like, it was such a seemingly ambiguous introduction to Blackbeard as a character, especially after like hearing this opposing perspective from Bellamy in the bar, after they had that baddest moment of them standing up and then like Blackbeard is like referring to them like the dreams of pirates will never die. And it's just like an awesome scene. It just feels like it complements and rewards Luffy and Zoro's efforts in the previous scene so well. Skypiea, I chose Luffy ringing the golden bell, primarily because of like the symbolism behind it and like the symbolism how it's related to the fight between no one and Calgara and like the entire motive of the story. But also like showing like what it foreshadows and symbolizes about Luffy as the sun god Nika and such. And so, yeah, I really like that. Um, and in Water 7, I chose Lee versus Usopp. I'm not going to explain this one, and neither will I explain the I want to live moment in Enies Lobby because I just made a One Piece emotional moments tier list. I go way more in depth about both of those moments there. Um, Thrill Bark, I couldn't pick one because nothing happened. So yeah, just moving on. I'm just kidding. Obviously, nothing happened is the best part of Thriller Bark. Um, it's like my second favorite One Piece moment in the whole show, behind Whitebeard's death. And um, yeah, this was just an incredible, iconic moment for Zora, and it was the most badass character scene of any One Piece character ever. Um, excuse me. Um, Sabaody, I mean, the story that's getting sent away by Kuma was just fantastic stuff right there. That was just amazing. Really, like, extremely just tragic. Again, another one I go more in depth into in the tier list. Now, Amazon Lily was interesting because if you saw my arc tier list, you would know that this is like definitely like among my least favorite arcs. Um, but I really wanted to like commit myself to try and pick one from every arc, and despite how much I might dislike it, um, So I chose Luffy unlocking Conqueror's Hockey mostly because it was a really big deal at the time. And and just like how much that meant for him as a character that time and his future strength levels. Um, it turned out it was pretty easy decision to say Bon Clay's sacrifice because of just how amazing of a character Bon Clay is and how just completely and amazingly selfless that sacrifice was. Marineford Whitebeard's death, I'm not explaining more on that. Post-war, this was interesting. I had to think about this for a second, but I ultimately decided on Luffy, Ace, and Sabo deciding to become brothers over the cup of sake, mostly because I love what it meant in terms of like the definition of the relationship between them. Um, I really like that. Return to Sabaody, I'm gonna say Luffy destroying the Pacifista was the best one, purely because of just like how much of a parallel it is to like before the time skip when like the entire crew got like obliterated by like three of them. Now there's like a dozen that are being taken out by every member of the crew, but there was something especially satisfying about seeing Luffy just smash the hell out of it with Gear 3. Um, Fishman Island is the Straw Hat Walk easily. Um, the Straw Hat Walk in Fishman Island has got to be the hypest Straw Hat Walk in the whole entire series. Like, I'm serious. If you don't know what I'm talking about, look up the scene. It's good in both sub and dub. Just like look up that scene, like Straw Hat Fishman Walk, and oh my God, it is so hype. Um, in fact, let me see if I can find it real quick. Okay. I have got the moment up. I switched from face cam to do this. I hope I don't get. I'm gonna try and keep the audio kind of low for it, so I don't get like copyrighted for this. But
We're standing up for our right to be lazy.
okay, I gotta skip
Not
the ad real quick
literally.
because it's like
うわ見ろよすげえ人の数
every time I
これ
see
みんな
this
敵
moment,
な
it
のか
just
よ
fills me with
だ
so
ろう
much
な
hype.
ざっと見積もって78万いや
It's,
10万
it's
ってと
just
こか
like there's a lot of
そりゃちょっ
really
と
really
手厳し
great
い
Straw Hat
なんなら部
Walks
屋で寝てても構わねえぞ
in
俺が
One Piece,
全部
but
片
this
付け
is
る
by
んだ
far
とこら
my
へへうずうずすんなさあド派手に行こうぜ野郎ども見ろ船から続々と麦わらの一味が
and then the music swelling in the background too. Just making me
おい麦わらのルフィお前らは本当にこの島を滅ぼす気なのかなぜ竜宮城を占拠したお前らも王族の命が目当てなのかよ人魚たちを誘拐
this shot of Zoro is so high with like him being flanked by
したのはお前たちなのか
and then
答えてくれ
Sabo
お前たちは巨人島の敵なのか味方なの
He's
か
just franking
答えろ
into
麦わら
using his genetics free from machine. It's just incredible.
敵か味方かそんなこと
And then you get this and then individual shots. Oh, just amazing. As he was about to
お前らが
the fishmen.
勝手に決めろ
Okay. All right. I'm done. I'm done. That's that from me. Okay. Uh okay. To be there. Okay. Back to the I hope that doesn't get copyrighted. Um back to the other moments. Punk Hazard is absolutely law destroying the gears. Not only is this an incredibly amazing hype as for Law moment. It feels so satisfying to see him finally defeat Virgo and then just do that as like an FU to Dofi. So I love that moment. That's like the best part about Punk Hazard. Dressrosa, I could have chosen a lot of things. Ultimately, I chose Sabo eating the flame fruit because Sabo is hype and he's one of the coolest characters, and it was so freaking awesome to see him like get it. Even though I already knew he was gonna get it, it was still felt so awesome seeing him finally eat it and then like be able to use the powers on top of his absolutely cracked hockey to just wreck everybody. Though I went with the Rise of his safe revelation, I've explained this in my like One Piece review part for Zoe, but like the thing that really made this moment stick out was just like the sudden just uh like the culmination of everything in like a flash at the same time made it like an absolutely crazy moment, and it just made it so good. Um, Whole cake. I chose Luffy and Sanji reconciling. That was a easy decision. I go way more into this in my emotional moments video. Is that uploaded yet? It has like an hour before I finish this process. For the reverie, I chose the revelation of Emu. Just because of purely just how much this thing has literally flipped everything about the One Piece story that I thought I knew about it completely on its head. Um, and just clearly how much of an important character that Emu, who was introduced so recently, it feels like, is going to be like that important in the story, clearly. Um, And then in Wano, it is easily, easily Roof Piece. And in fact, I'm gonna see if I can once again like find this moment on YouTube. So please bear with me for 1 second. I went to the wrong tab. Let's see here. Roof Piece dub, and I have to watch it in dub because I think that it is so much better. Uh,
The One Piece is beasts such as I. That's a dream within a dream. I'm sure you had fun playing.
Lesson isn't reaching these children, Kaido.
Felix, we'll have our moment, killer. Hello! Emperors! I had it under control. I assure you, this was not my plan.
and
Let
then
them
Luffy
pile up.
just
They'll
comes
scatter
up
like
there,
dust in the wind.
and he just
In 20 years, strong young pirates will era. Strong. In 20 years, strong young pirates will era.
hero.
And defeat Kaido! Out and watch how it's done!
I refuse.
What he said.
This is missing some stuff. I'm gonna try. Click.
Only the Sleep Number Climate 360 smart bed lets you each sleep up to 13 degrees cooler or warmer on either side. Shop now.
You call it hockey?
Shogun of War moving forward!
Nobody. Guys, say.
This is the moment. That's not really the fall. Come on, like the full moment. Is it here? I'm trying to find like the one where he's
Sir
starting by
Luffy,
talking to. Yeah. Here we go.
I thank you.
Trappy! Move them all downstairs!
It's like this just like it. Oh my god, these clips don't really do it justice, honestly. But like, it's just like everything to do with the like him busting through the door, him just like saying nothing while the animation on him looks amazing as he's getting taunted by Kaido and Big Mom. Oh, and then you just hear in One Piece, it's just like gum red fuck. It's just beats Kaido so bad, and it's the hypest moment in the whole of One Piece. Um, um, anyway, that is gonna do it for this video. Thank you for watching, and I will see you later. Bye.